Hello, I wanted to share on a Friday night a little bit of information that I learned, or maybe it just got reconfirmed. I really enjoy using ChatGPT. Yes, you do need to verify that the information that it gives you is accurate. And in this case, the information that it summarized for me does seem to be accurate from the other things that I've read. But what I was asking ChatGPT tonight was to summarize basically the rule of 55. So what can you do and what can you not do? So I had about 4 different questions. And the first question was, can you take the partial early distribution as long as it's allowed, but not start taking distribution until after your separation from your employer? And the answer is yes, you can wait until after separation. Next question was, how long can you delay it? And basically, you can delay it indefinitely. You can wait months, you can wait years, without ever having taken any distribution. So basically, it can kind of be sitting there as your safety net if you need to take money. And if you don't need to take money, you can just leave it in the 401k and it can be growing. And I think the last question that I asked was, can you start work at a new job and still take distribution payments at the same time? And yes, you can do that. No issues. So the only the benefit of doing, kind of stumbling across the rule of 55 on a YouTube video is that the rule of 55 in this unique situation, you have to be 55 at least, 55 or older in the year that you end up separating from an employer, and you have to have a 401k with that employer that you separate from. And that 401k plan must have written into it that it allows partial distributions before 59 and a half. So the IRS allows it, and as long as your plan allows it and you're in this unique situation of age and losing your job, basically, you can take early 401k distributions without incurring that 10% federal tax penalty. So that's the benefit. You don't get slammed with a 10% tax penalty. You still do have to pay income tax on any withdrawals you take. So it's not like, free. You still end up getting taxed on it. So, but the good thing is that you can you don't have to take it. You can basically notify your plan and say, let them know that this is the situation, and you can delay taking any money indefinitely until that forced distribution age, which I think I read was 72. So that's quite a long ways away from now. So I can just keep it growing in the 401k if I don't need to use it, and continue working at another job. So it's a unique situation, and anybody who's thinking about retiring and is 55, and can they do it before that 59 and a half that everybody hears about? You can, and then it has to be a unique situation, like this. And again, the benefit is you just don't get the 10% penalty. Still have to pay tax on distributions, which is unfortunate that we have to be hit with so many taxes in life. But yeah. So I thought I'd share that, what I kind of just got reconfirmed about the rule of 55, and, asking a couple more nuanced questions about taking advantage of it. The other thing is that I wanted to talk about is this nice little safety net that's available to me at this time, unique sort of time, is a safety net, and it's nice to have. I'm still waiting to hear from my, I'm still working. Basically, there's a few more weeks or months, short months left to complete the closure of the site, and also in the works is a possible buyout by some investors. So that might be potential for me to continue on having employment. We'll see. What I don't know about that, if it works out, is whether or not it will allow me to work remotely. If it does allow me to work remotely, I think that we fully want to take advantage of being able to move to where my daughter's going to move to with her family, to a lower cost of living part of the country, where they're thinking about Huntsville, Alabama, for reasons of my son-in-law's work position with his current employer has definite openings, possibilities for him to work in Huntsville or the Huntsville area. And it's definitely cheaper than Southern California. So Huntsville is very, very close to Tennessee border. Tennessee does not have a state income tax. It does have some other types of taxes that other states don't have, so it's kind of like a little bit of a trade-off. But it's, state income tax compared to California state income tax is a huge savings right there in cost of living. So definitely looking at this. I'm excited about it. Haven't been excited about something in, years. So, not the thought of not having debt, moving to a nice place where we can homestead and, have land, do the gardening, raise our own food, grow our own animals, and really not be beholden to employers and people, governing how we spend our days and how we feel is fabulous to think about. I mean, that's like a dream come true. Honestly, I never thought I'd be able to retire. I thought I'd have to keep working forever and ever and ever. So between this nice little safety net of the Rule of 55 and possibly having employment going forward also, and is the sale of our house here in San Diego. We may get a little bit of profit on that we can pay off debt that we have. And then an upcoming inheritance that I may be getting from the sale of my parents' property in May. Between all of those things, I think this might actually really be doable. It's very exciting. I would definitely encourage anybody who's in my situation, who's 55 and just kind of done with working, if you can, check it out. At least you could save yourself a little bit of money and not be forced into taking distributions if you don't want to. So that was a long rambling message, but I just felt like, I wanted to talk about it. I'm kind of, check out ChatGPT also. It's a very useful tool. So I'm starting to use it a lot more, not only for work, but now for just things in general. You need to verify it though. It does make mistakes, but, don't take it as your sole source of information. But it is very useful to summarize things. So I'll join you again sometime this weekend with news from the chicken yard and the garden and what's going on here. And just wanted to share that with everybody. Hopefully we can connect. I can learn some things from people that might view this. I would love to hear experiences, and perhaps we can form a little bit of a community where I can learn from you, and maybe I can, teach some things to some folks out there that might be in this weird retirement situation. So, thanks for listening. I appreciate it, and touch base with you later.